are saying this is the time. This is the time to make the connection. This is the time to make the linkages. This is the time to put the agenda on the table, to say no to debt, because debt is death. To say no to unjust trade and say WTO must get out of our agenda. To say no to aid with the conditionalities. To say no to other powers nicknaming others' names. To say no to the Bushes and their bush. To say no that we do not have baptism of calling others terrorists. To say no that there are no Al-Qaedas among us. To say no that we refuse war at our backyard. To say no that we are vigilant. We are vigilant to make that world that is just, a world that we are going, all of us, to own and possess. A world that is going to be inclusive. A world that will destroy the conspiracies of divide and rule. A world that is going to stop black to black violence. A world that is going to see the essence of the value of life. A world that is going to say no to profit. A world that is going to say no to commodification of our common goods like water. A world that is going to say HIV is not just a disease but a weapon of economics and politics. A world that is going to say that our youth are creative and innovative and they do not only think about sex or AIDS. A world that is going to say we want space. We want space also to contribute and to participate. A world that has brought a very long history